welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit
and self-improvement.
My name is Brett Scott.
And as always, I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Indeed we are. What's up, Brett Scott, man?
It's been a while, dude.
Yeah.
Took a week off.
Yeah, we did take a week off. I was out of town painting one of the new agency I'm now working for's offices. So I wasn't really able to bust a move that way. We could have done it on my phone, but I felt like it would have sounded shitty, and I was hella tired. I was doing like 12 to 15-hour days, like 3 days in a row. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just not.
No, it was probably good because I was doing my thing. I had to gear up for the Marvel Plus live show.
Yeah, Daddy. How'd that? Well, actually, I know how it went. I watched it, not all of it, but I watched a good part of it. I watched a good part of it while I was eating dinner the other day.
I'll tell you how it went. It went really good for the live audience. Okay,
hey,
the live audience.
What's that dude's name that did it with you? Is it Adrian?
Alejandro.
Sorry, Alejandro, if you're on the slim chance for listening. Alejandro, he was good, dude. He was a good spontaneous pop-up guest.
Right? I couldn't have asked for a better fucking
seems like a nice guy, knowledgeable. Yeah. Shout out to him.
He was awesome, dude.
And he was just another person that was at the con, right?
He was there to watch my podcast.
Oh, that's badass. He's probably like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, he was an audience member. Like, he didn't know me, but he saw on the program, like, oh, there's going to be a podcast where they're discussing the MCU. And so he's like, oh, let's check this out. And I don't know. I believe it was him and his partner were there, or maybe it was just him and his friend. I don't know. But they were there, and I at the beginning of the show, so my originally planned guest couldn't make it, like got caught up at work and could not get out of work, had a really fucked up day and couldn't make it. And so I was going to end up doing the show by myself. And, you know, obviously I'm capable of that. I do solo podcasts all the time, but...
Yeah, but that's not really the essence of Marvel Plus.
Right. It's very much a guest of the week show. And
yeah.
It actually, it couldn't have worked out better, man. Like I said, I started the show. Before I started the show, I told everyone what was going on. I said, my guest kind of stood me up today. I'm going to end up doing it alone unless one of you maybe wants to come up here and talk about it with me. And Alejandro raised his hand, and I'm like, yeah, man, get up here. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He was great, man. He was great.
I want to say I'm really proud of you because I knew that you were nervous. You confided in me that you were nervous about doing a live show.
Yeah.
And dude, you nailed that shit. I was like, this just seems like any other Marvel Plus podcast, except for he has the mic in his hand. And
well, thank you.
You knocked it out the park, buddy.
Thank you. I've gotten some feedback like that. Like people saying like, well, it just sounded like any other episode of the podcast. So I was like, well, that must mean that it didn't come through too much that I was like nervous out of my fucking mind.
No, so, you did great. I told you I feel you're a great orator.
Yeah.
You're really good. You're really good at controlling the conversation and guiding it. And I hate to use the cliche, but steering the bus.
Yeah. Well, and I know that I have some like talent at that, but I was worried about how it would come across in front of an audience. Like get really nervous in front of actual people. Let me tell you though, this is pretty cool. So, I mean, it wasn't like a packed room, but it wasn't a very big room anyway. There was probably 15 to 20 people there. And they all came and none of them left during the show. So they must have enjoyed themselves. They stayed the whole time. But I will tell you this, I don't know if you probably saw my posts about it, but
yeah,
30 minutes.
In 30 minutes your phone died.
Yeah, so the live feed ended.
What in the actual lack of preparedness lifestyle you got going on?
I know.
Dude, you should have had a backup little charge itself battery.
I know. That was like, come on. All the stuff I did to prepare, and I didn't charge my phone enough? Come the fuck on. So here's the thing. I had my phone plugged in, but I guess my charger sucked because it was dying faster than it was charging.
Well, yeah, and you had the camera streaming and probably like what 3
Yeah.
apps open.
Yeah, and so I thought it was going to be fine, and one of the guys in the audience was like, "Hey, your phone just shut off," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." But we just kept it rolling, man. So I said, "Fuck it, whatever, I'm not going to ruin it for everyone here, just because the live feed cut. It's already cut off for everybody watching at home. I don't want to mess up the podcast for the people here in attendance. So we just rolled with it, man. I felt like a pro, dude, because I just kept rolling. We did the entire podcast, and
Sorry.
kind of to what you're saying, I must have done a pretty good job at steering the conversation and controlling it, because we ended perfectly on time.
Nice.
It was like just perfect timing.
Because you had like a 50-minute window, right?
Yep, it was 50 minutes, and that's difficult because usually I do an hour or more.
I know, like if you get me on a Marvel Plus and I don't have anything pressing after, shit, we just go and go.
Yeah, easily an hour and a half. A lot of my guests.
Yeah, because this show is like we just talk. We're like this podcast is kind of like Seinfeld almost. Yeah, it's the podcast about nothing but also about everything. Yeah. So we just kind of ramble, but like when we have like a set in stone topic to talk about, we fucking break it down and go forever. So, and and a lot of your guests on Marvel Plus are far more knowledgeable about the Marvel universe than I am. So, for you guys to keep it a tight 50 is it's good, man. Props to you.
Yeah. It was a challenge. So everyone, like I said, everyone stayed, and on the way out, everyone took a card. I did have a card.
You did have what now?
So that people wouldn't forget me.
You had a card?
So business card.
Nice. Okay, that's what I thought. So I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, so I handed those out. Everyone took one on their way out, and like I said, everyone seemed to really enjoy the show. And then what's really cool is, so I talked to Alejandro after, and he's like, "Hey man, if you want to like finish out the actual show, like redo that second half, I'm totally willing to do that." And so that's what we did. 2 days ago, Alejandro and I recorded on Skype like I normally do. Yeah. And beautiful. We picked up right where we left off, finished out the countdown, made it into one great long seamless podcast. If you listen to the audio version, you don't even know it's two different occasions at all.
Oh, so, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun edit, but I made it work. And then it was that was kind of my con experience. What's fucked up is I went to this con and I had a free ticket because of having a panel. Well, I went there just a few hours early, just to kind of check out like the celebrities that were there and the artists and all that. And I saw a lot of cool ass celebrities, and there was at least one or two people who I wanted to meet and like get a photo with or what have you.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at a certain time, I think it's like 8 p.m. on Friday, the expo closes. Like there's other stuff going on, like my podcast and gaming and shit like that. But the main expo floor where you meet people was closed. Yeah. So I went back to go check it out again after the podcast. I'm like, oh no. So I didn't get to meet anyone like I thought, but I walked through and I saw John Wesley Shipp, which is, the Flash's dad. And
nice.
The original Flash, right?
Yeah.
So I saw him, and I wanted to meet him, and that was my main thing going back, is I wanted to meet him. But yeah.
Yeah, dude. That guy, man, that was like the OG Flash TV show. That shit was cool.
Yeah, it definitely was in its time. In 1990, that was probably my first like hero experience, really.
Yeah,
watching the Flash on TV.
I was pumped for that. That was the first live action one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, besides Batman, but
Right. So it was a great experience, dude. Now I want to do it again. I want to fucking, I'm riding high. And honestly, that might be an issue because this. We've talked about this on the show before. whenever I'm like building up to something, if I don't have something immediately after planned as a goal, I kind of backslide and I kind of, I don't know if I go into a depression, but I go into like a feeling of like listlessness. Like I don't know, like what am I supposed to do now? And that's been going on. So I need something else to focus on, man, to get me like back in the groove. I've been eating like shit since the con. I have been not working out that much. I've just had a whole lot going again, shitty sleep. So, but I'd like to talk about what you've been doing, so we can get into maybe something that I could be doing as a goal now that I don't have anything I'm working towards.
Okay, so let's rewind back a few whiles ago. Okay, I don't know the exact time frame, but I'm just gonna call myself out on some bullshit. So I said I was gonna lose 20 pounds by Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, I actually gotten fatter.
Okay.
Okay, but I just keeping it real. I haven't been working out. I haven't been doing shit until December 1st. I said enough with this horse shit. I fucking look like I have a baby on the way. Fuck this. It's time to take some control back. So I've been on keto since the 1st. And then if you guys will remember, our last episode was the 22nd of last month. And we had said we were going to do the St. Jude's Challenge, which is 62 miles, but we said, fuck that. We're going to make it 100. And then we 100 miles in December. And then we had also put the stipulation that it doesn't count unless it's intentional. So walking around the office building miles don't count.
Right.
It's on the street or on the treadmill. It's right. You get going to do the thing. So I haven't been lifting weights. I lifted weights once, but I'm going back to my thought of what I did when COVID hit, when I got all shredded.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna strip the frame. Just fucking get it as lean as I can. I'll start lifting weights, but right now I'm gonna get these 100 miles done. So I missed the first 2 days on the mile challenge. I was being a pussy, but I was like, let's fucking go, dude. You said you're gonna do something, let's do it. And I got one of my coworkers said he's gonna sponsor me too. So if I don't do it, I'm stealing from kids with cancer. So and that's just a way to get my ass out of bed. Yeah. But so as of today, I'm at 17 miles.
Nice. You're right on track.
Yeah, I got caught up, and I'm trying to, because it is, I think we did the math. It's a 5K a day to break even.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm trying to at least do like 4, so I have a little bit of a bank ahead. I did 5 one day. I did 4 today. I think I just did the 3.5 yesterday, but I've been very much making sure that I'm getting there. And on the weekends, obviously, I will do more as I can. But I've been doing a little bit of jogging, but not really, because I'm just like, I can't get hurt again. That's my main thing right now. Is like this whole last fucking feels like a year has just been me mitigating injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can lift weights, but I can't power lift. And I can walk, but I don't know if I can run, because I've been testing the waters a little bit, and my hip will start hurting and my knee will start hurting. I'm like, eh. So I can walk it out. So I'm just gonna stick to that, because that's how I can do this without getting hurt. And it sucks having to even say, I'm gonna get hurt. I'm gonna get, but it's like I picked up a fridge for my job the other day, and then where I'd torn that tendon in my bicep. Like my bicep was sore for like 3 fucking days, dude.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, Jesse, you're fucking old, dude. You gotta play by the rules, like. I will start lifting weights again, but I wanna just like, I'm not really using a scale. I'm just using the mirror, which is a more. I feel like that's more accurate because is well, I mean, if I want to know how much I weigh, if I was going to do like some kind of competition, of course I need a scale, but I know when I look good, you know what I mean? I could look in the mirror and be like, yeah, you're fat. But it's like I don't have body dysmorphia to the point where I'm always going to be like, you're fat, because my ego's so fucking big. As soon as I get a 2-pack, I think I'm the shit. But
Right.
but right now I literally look like I have a baby on the way. I'm like, fuck this. Like it's gone down because I've think I like last night I fucked up and I had like I made garlic toast for the kids for dinner and none of them ate it, so I ate like that and I was like super thirsty and the only thing to drink was like a regular Powerade in the fridge and I pounded that. So I did get a little bit of carbs yesterday, but other than that, I've been pretty fucking tight on the carbs. Like I had a bite of pizza here and there, but like literally a bite. So like I've been sticking to the keto hella good, and then walking my fucking ass off, dude, and I'm feeling better, I'm looking better, I'm sleeping better. So things are going.
Maybe that's what I need to do is just go fucking dive in like head first into this challenge and make sure I'm getting these miles in every day because I really need something to fucking refocus, man. Like it's the end of the year, the beginning of the year you get hyped. You're like, oh, fucking new year, here we go. But like I feel like things are winding down right now. Like I just finished this thing I was looking forward to for months. I'm done with Marvel Plus for this year. And
yeah,
I just feel like there's not a lot going on for the rest of the year. So I don't know. I need something to keep me going. Like I got no problem, when the new year hits. And not like a new year, new me type thing, but like it gets me motivated. It's kind of like Monday morning for me. Like Monday morning is like, fuck yeah, new week, let's go, right? Like I don't hate Mondays. People hate Monday. I don't fucking hate Mondays, dude. I'm like, this. I
love that Joey Diaz reel where he's like, Monday can suck my fucking dick.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I feel that. Like, I don't love Mondays, but I'm just like, all right, well now it's it's time for work. Let's go. Let's fuck it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so right now for me feels like Sunday. You know what I mean? Like the rest of this year in my head feels like a long Sunday.
All right.
Wait for the new week to start. So I need to fucking fuck that. I need to work out. I need to work out on Sunday. No rest on Sunday. Fuck that.
Right. So tomorrow's your Monday. Get on this St. Jude's challenge. 100 miles.
And I won't say that I'm not on it. I have knocked out about 5 miles.
Okay.
So I figure if I knock out a couple 4 and 5 mile days, I'll be caught up real soon. So
yeah, well, I suggest you get on it, or you're gonna be doing some 8-mile days.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna end up doing fucking a 20 mile at the. I'll be like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do my marathon now.
Oh, that'd be excruciating. Are you gonna run them, or are you just gonna walk them?
A mix of them. I think a lot of it'll be running. It's just for time saving, though. Honestly, like, if I'm trying to get 4 miles in a day and I'm gonna walk that, like,
I know it's
spend an hour out walking, or am I gonna run for half an hour?
It's a bummer because the first couple is like 3.5 is about where I could walk like comfortably what I could. I'm actually getting in better shape. Like now I'm doing 4, because for miles on end. So
yeah,
and then I ran like
hour, right?
Yeah, but it's an hour to do a 5K, and I used to whip one of those out in 29 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And running outside up a bridge and down a bridge and back up a bridge and back down I used
to. Yeah.
So I feel it's definitely frustrating, but I got to remember that I wasn't doing that when I started. You know what I mean?
I'm going to so the walking portion of it is basically going to be me. So I'm going to intentionally take the dog for like extra long walks.
Nice.
So that's my plan for the walking. So I'll probably run each day, a good 3 to 4 miles. That's the plan. And then I'll probably walk my dog a good at least half a mile to a mile. So
yeah, just throw on your Garmin so you know how much time it is. That's the move.
Yep. been doing that. I usually take her for like a quarter to half a mile walk just out the piss.
Yeah,
But I might just extend that a little bit. So
I gotta get Casper out on the trail. I'll probably do that this weekend if it's not dumping rain. Because I don't want to muddy dog in my car.
I think if I stay doing something every day, man, and get my diet back in check, I'm gonna feel great. I'm in just a tiny little fucking blip right now. A post-show fucking hangover come down, you know?
Yeah, I hear it.
So
yeah,
back on the fucking horse, bitch.
I'm lucky because I got that smoker now. So there's like we smoked a chuck steak or a chuck roast rather. There's like tonight I'll eat the rest of that, and then there's like 2 big ass plates of smoked pork shoulder that Kimberly marinated with like mustard and a touch of ketchup and like all these seasonings, and that shit is fucking delicious. And we smoked that, and then the night before she left, and then I carved it all up so there'd be room in the freezer because that thing was like, like bigger than a gallon of milk by a lot. So.
Let me ask you about that because you said you went out of town for a few days. Now Kimberly's out of town. Like you're spending a lot of time away from each other, aren't you? Like even though you work together now.
Yeah, we talk less now that we work together.
How's that been with like taking care of the kids and stuff?
It's actually way better because we go in the same car to work and, drop the kid off, go to work, we leave work, we pick up the.
Sure.
This week I haven't really had much of an experience because my 5-year-old had this like crazy high fever Monday morning, and we had to go to the ER. Like he's sick on Sunday, and then he had like 103-degree fever Monday morning, and so I took him to the ER, and Kimberly had to go, to the peninsula, so I stayed with them. And my boss was understanding. He's like, it's cool, just do some work from home. When you get there, Kimberly dropped off my laptop on the way. So I've been working from home the last 2 days and taking care of my son, but the ER didn't get his meds to the fucking to the pharmacy, and everywhere in this whole town is sold out of children's Tylenol. Yeah, like I've been to like literally every store. And anyway, so then I take my son took a nap, and I was like, oh, that's good, he's resting, and I go over, so when he wakes up I take his temp, and it's like 104.9, and because we have these chewable children's Tylenols, but he won't eat them, he just like makes them into this pink mucus in his mouth and spits them out. And I'm like, dude, just swallow it, man, come on, you're not gonna get better if you don't. And so I was like, fuck it, we got to go back to the ER so you can get some more medicine from them. And then I'll just tell them that they didn't give him the fucking prescription, Because I went twice. I went once right after, and then I went once at 5 when I was done working for the day. And anyway, I went back to the ER, and then they gave me like a prescription to anywhere, kind of like, without a place on it. But I had made a Facebook post just asking if anybody had any children's Tylenol, and luckily I have a lot of good supportive friends, and a lot of people hit me up, but it was somebody that lives in the area dropped off 2 bottles to us, thank God. But so that got him through the night, and then this morning I was able to go to the Rite Aid and get his actual medicine, and and his fever broke. He was he was at 97.9 earlier. So
do you have a sitter or like while you're at work or like how's that work?
Well, usually he goes to daycare.
Okay. So did you have to stay home then the whole time? Like all yesterday?
I did. I stayed home yesterday and today I worked from home. Got some stuff done on the computer because right now I'm like building my program, and there's a lot to. I'm the project manager of like the assets and facilities that we own, and it's a lot to it. But I'm kind of just organizing everything and like streamlining a lot of the maintenance work that's been hasn't been caught up on. So
yeah.
So there's a lot of spreadsheets and calendars and digital binders to build. So I have been working on that, and I'm also like doing like the safety committee. So I'm trying to wrap my head around that. So I was researching on, best practices. And so I had stuff to do, that I can do in where I'm recording right now. My personal laptop sitting on top of my work laptop right now.
Nice.
Yeah, luckily I have a home office that's actually my podcast studio, but it works for both. But
Shit.
yeah, so anyway, I hate to say, but working from home is way harder than working in the office.
Sure.
Because it's just,
way more distractions and shit. Like,
yeah, well, I'm trying to satiate and not only is my 5-year-old sick, my 11-year-old sick with a cold. They have two different bugs, and then my son's girlfriend, who's here most of the time, she's got like both. So I'm trying to like take care of everybody, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And without Kimberly, I'm like, I'm not trained for this. I'm not trained for this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Fucked up, man. Yeah, that's I mean, but yeah, I get it. Like being at home with shit going on, like I can't imagine. Like that's why that's part of the reason why I don't podcast from home. Like it's so much easier to do when there's not other, people saying like, hey, I need this, hey, I need that, or like coming through the room like, excuse me.
Right. Yeah, my daughter just came in and got a hug, but she knows I'm recording, so she gave me the sign language of I heart you.
That's sweet.
At least my daughter is good on the sign language.
Yeah, well, and hopefully she stays healthy with everyone else in the house being sick.
She does pretty good about reclusing in her room.
Yeah. That's good. So no one has COVID though, right?
No, they tested for COVID. It's all flu. They tested for
flu. Is COVID even a thing anymore? What's going on with that?
What's that?
Is COVID even a thing anymore? What's going on with that?
I was thinking about that myself. It's like
you don't hear a lot about it.
The flu and RSV seem like the main hitters right now. COVID's not gone, but it's like, man, RSV's hitting super hard.
I wonder if COVID hits hard at all this winter. Cause we're in December now,
Yeah, I haven't seen any uptake in it. I'm not at the health department anymore, so I'm not seeing the numbers,
Right.
But yeah.
Well, shit. But dude, some stuff happened in the past 2 weeks. We definitely got to touch on. I know you probably want to talk about Kanye West, but also fucking Liver King, man.
Oh yeah,
that's your boy, ain't it? Don't you like Liver King?
No. I've always thought he was a douche. I know. I as soon as I knew that fool was on gear from the start.
No shit, everyone knew. You'd have to be mentally handicapped to not know.
Well, yeah, and it's like, and as I've said a bazillion times, I don't give a fuck if you're on gear. I don't give a good God fuck what you're doing to your own self body. That's your fucking business. But when you lie and profit from it, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And he's over here selling his fucking snake oil and telling people eat cattle dicks and fucking and buy his fucking frozen liver pills. And who I feel bad for is Paul Saladino, because I was his business partner and they made those supplements together. And Paul Saladino is obviously natty, he's shredded, but he's he added, like, he's super into like holistic health. Like he added honey and fruit to his carnivore diet because it dropped, because eating just carnivore dropped his testosterone so low. He had the testosterone of like an old lady, so he was like, oh, I had to add this, and then he did his blood work again and it raised his testosterone. So the Liver King, being his business partner, is fucking him. But and if the Liver King had came out and been like, yeah, I use these supplements, no one would give a fuck. They'd be like, oh, okay, cool, all right, let's move on. Cool, you're jacked as fuck. Get it, got it, good. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
on
the
good.
dude looks like he's wearing a suit of muscles, dude.
Yeah,
Like, of course he's on. Let me
yeah,
just tell anybody listening who's not really deep into like the fitness world and stuff. Let me just tell you this: if a guy looks like he's wearing a suit of superhero muscles all the time, he's on gear. He's using steroids. Like if they walk around looking like a fucking and all your favorite superheroes in the superhero movies, they're on fucking steroids too.
yeah. Chris
So,
Hemsworth.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Chris Hemsworth. That's what I'm saying. If people are walking around looking like Thor, they're on juice. Just know that. I'm not being a hater. Yeah. I'm not jealous being a hater, like, oh, you can't achieve that, Natty. No, you really can't.
Well,
really
and it's can't. I don't even give a fuck. You know what I mean? But profiting from it is bullshit though. You know, you're selling these fucking what does he call them? Ancestral tenants.
Yeah, he says he is on an ancestral diet, and that's the reason why he's so jacked. He works out super hard, and he's on an ancestral diet.
It's that's like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you know,
I know plenty of people on fucking those ancestral type diets who do CrossFit fucking every day. They don't look like Liver King.
Yeah, you know me, I follow all that kind of shit very intensely. Yeah. And so Derek from More Plates, More Dates, I watched his initial video, and then Rogan just jumped on that shit, flew him out, and they had oh my god, they went in hard on him.
Was he on Rogan right after that?
Yeah, Derek. I think he was like, I saw it pop. I was like, what the fuck? Derek's on More Plates, More Date, or on Rogan again? Yeah. I was like, oh, they're gonna be talking shit about the Liver King for sure. And they also said that The Rock obviously is on steroids. He's 52.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, obviously.
But it's like, I don't give a fuck because he's an actor and he's not selling you anything.
And I don't think I've heard him actually go out of his way to say he's natural.
Well, yeah, and that's the point they made. They're not talking about it, you know. But Liver King went on Mark Bell's podcast and said straight to Mark Bell's face, "Nope, never touch stuff." You know.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, fucking Chris Bell had a fucking hilarious fucking post. He goes, "I'm not mad." He goes, "I'm not mad that what the fuck did you say?" He goes, "I'm not mad that the Liver King lied about being on steroids." He goes, "I'm mad that he's on steroids and his max deadlift is 455."
Yeah.
I was like, yes, get it.
That's really surprising that he's that fucking massive, and that's his max deadlift is 455.
Yeah, because
there were guys like and
I was fat.
Well, I mean, you've seen even just like bodybuilder types who I think fucking Nick Bear has a 600-pound deadlift.
I wouldn't surprise me. He's fucking jacked.
Guys like Matt Ogus, Chris Jones, they all deadlift 600 plus. Like
yeah. I mean, 600 that's a that's like that's high end deadlift for somebody that's not either a super heavyweight or
a competitive power lift, right?
Yeah, like 600 is like a huge. 600 is a huge deadlift. I mean, fucking 502 popped my fucking bicep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a double overhand, if I wasn't a pussy and learned how to do hook grip, I could have probably got away with more. But like after that, with wraps, I pulled 550, or with straps, I pulled 515. But you know, that was at my prime. Was so weird.
You're deadlifting more than the Liver King, right?
Yeah. And I'm not doing fucking $2,500 worth of gear a month. So
it's ridiculous. Yeah, he had a fucking laundry list, didn't he? And he was looking to try something new to add to his stack.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing, right? Like he sent an email to someone like inquiring about adding
he was doing decaduranable, I think testosterone, ethanoate, and then fuck ton of HGH. Like pinning the HGH 3 times a day, and normally that's like a 1 dose a day kind of thing. So yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you have a regimen like that and tell people that you're natural. Like I don't get it. Like I could almost see if he was on one thing or something. Like maybe he's taking some trend or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like
whatever, you know, if he's, you know,
a little something. Like he could almost just say like, you know, he could say I'm natural if he was just like on TRT, right? He could just be like, yeah, I mean, but that's for, you know, my doctor gives me that for testosterone replacement therapy. Like, but to be on a list like that, and be all day long injecting yourself, and at the same time saying like he had to have just injected himself right before sitting down with Mark Bell. You know what I mean? Like,
well, within 6 hours,
right? And then planning his next injection as well.
Yeah.
While he's talking about being natural. It's crazy.
Okay, and not to further shit on the Liver King, but
why not?
Oh yeah, why not? Fuck him. Fucking. So when I was over there in Port Angeles, you know, usually I don't go so extensive on watching all these more plates, more dates videos because Kimberly's like just, you know, she's just not entertained by it and she doesn't want to hear that shit. So, but you know, it's just me in a hotel room. I was having bad insomnia, so I was just like, watch them all. He has this video about people with ab implants, and he thinks that the Liver King potentially has ab implants.
Wow.
Could you? I mean, the dude has fucking a bunch of loot.
Yeah, I mean that could be, like I said earlier, that could be another thing with someone that looks like they're wearing a suit of muscles. Like maybe they are. Some of that shit might be a built-in suit.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just like, you know, Syntha 6 used to have Ronnie Coleman on their shit, you know, like take Syntha 6 and be like Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay.
But Ronnie wasn't lying about it, you know. He's like at 30, you know, he's super jacked, and then at 30 he had to start taking steroids to compete with the Olympians, you know. No, you didn't have to, but if you want to win, if you want to be fucking, you know, yeah, buddy, Ronnie Coleman, that's what
it's much more talked about now. Like you can see, like the pros just never used to talk about it. They never said they were natural. They just didn't mention it, right? No one talked about it.
It's like Kai Green when you went on what's that fucking Good Morning America, and they're like, what about the juice? He's like, what juice? Like the orange juice? Yeah, I drink orange juice. He's like, okay, Kai Green, calm down, bro. Like nobody's mad at what you're doing, but you know, fuck that guy for fucking. You know, he asked him about it on fucking Good Morning America. I would kind of fucking like fuck you too, but you know, you don't want to admit to criminal shit on Good Morning America, but you know, probably should have talked about not talking about that.
I feel like all the pros talk about it now, though, especially the retired pros. They have no problem talking about it. You talk to
Dorian Yates is a good example.
For sure, Dorian Yates will talk about it.
He did it right. He did it fucking right though, because he got super jacked. You know, I mean, you know, mass mutant deal. You know, did all his, you know, had his career, finished his career, and now he just looks like a normal fit guy. Does yoga, takes care of himself. You know, so good for him. And like,
I think I've even seen Jay Cutler talk about it in interviews now. Like it's just no secret anymore. I'm glad for that, because I don't want, you know, when I was first getting into bodybuilding, I didn't fucking know any better. Like it was pretty quick that I figured it out. But when I was like 13, 14, and I'm reading bodybuilding magazines and I'm seeing these before and afters and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, I could get jacked like that. Got to start lifting weights and eating protein, right? You know, it's like that's a fuck. I mean, it worked. It got me to fucking really push myself, but at the same time, like giving people crazy, unrealistic expectations, like it's not cool. And so I'm glad that it's much more discussed now. Like the internet has made that happen in a big way.
Yeah. Yeah, but Liver King's a goose. Like, dude, just like he's, you know, like what Shell Sutton said something about it. He goes, the cover-up's always worse than the crime.
Yeah.
And so it's like, dude, you should have just owned it from the gate, and you'd be dialed in, dog. Like nobody give a fuck. People
No one would care, man.
People still be all into fucking Liver King shit. You know?
Yep. All right. What's up with Kanye? Kanye's back on Twitter.
Kanye's lost his motherfucking mind. No, Kanye is off of Twitter.
Is he off of Twitter now?
Yeah, Elon Musk said he wants to personally punch him. Yeah, he was posting a bunch of shit. Like, dude, Kanye is like going on Alex Jones and telling like anti-Semitic jokes, and it says that Elon Musk is half Asian, one of 10 to 30 Elons, and that
I also saw a post Elon posted and Kanye responded, it was meant as a compliment.
Yeah, I don't know. Elon's not with the business. He posted like he's posting a bunch of shit like hating on Elon Musk. He's saying some shit about he admires.
I'll make a ridiculous post.
Yeah, what was that shit? I posted it and then said that Kanye's tripping. Hold on, let me look on my phone real quick because I posted. I was like, okay, Kanye's literally
He's
lost.
A half Chinese mutant hybrid. He's one of the 10 to 30 Elons.
Yeah. I posted one thing. So World Star says, okay, so I reposted this one too. I got it on a little riff, but it says, I personally wanted to punch Kanye, Elon Musk. Okay, let me go back real quick. And then, Jesse, oh my God, old grandpa with this one. He said, oh, yeah. Am I the only one who thinks Elon could be half Chinese? Have you ever seen his pics as a child? Take a Chinese genius and made them with a South African supermodel, and we have Elon. We have an Elon. I say an Elon because probably made 10 to 30 Elons, and he's the first genetic hybrid that stuck. Well, let's not forget about Obama. I'm sorry for using curse words in church, but I don't have another word for Obama yet. Ye24, let's unify and find out. LUAFO. I do not know what those LUAFO stands for.
Well, it says what he just said before that. Let us unite, something like, let's unite and find out.
Yeah, and then
LUAFO.
Ah, okay. Then I cut it off, but he says, on Jay-Z's birthday, future president of the United States, Ye uses Mark Zuckerberg's platform to incite a mass bullshit, whatever, some fucking crazy nonsense.
Yeah, it's something like a mass internet investigation into Elon Musk's past, like that.
Speaking of Elon, he's outing all the cover-ups that Twitter did for Biden, dude. That's what he's saying. That's fucking.
Oh, for Biden, I didn't see that. I saw that. I thought he was just putting out all the internal, basically, chatter that went on at Twitter when it came to like who to ban and why they're being banned and all this stuff, and like who to shadow ban and whatever.
Yeah, that's anyway, fucking wild. The internet's a crazy place full of crazy people.
It is. You know, what I'm confused at is how is Kanye West still on Instagram? Like, he was kicked off of Twitter. I really doubt he's on Facebook. Probably not on there anyway. But
I don't know.
I'm really surprised that he's on Instagram, being that it's a Meta property.
Well, like, and he rarely posts, and then when he does, it's like he posts it and deletes it.
Yeah, he deletes them all. Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's out of his fucking mind, dude. And he's wearing like the ski masks and shit.
He's an odd bird.
He is a very odd bird.
I had
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm his post like I'm on his Instagram right now, and there's 4 posts. One says the bias. Kanye West says he believes Elon Musk is a half Chinese genetic hybrid, and Elon says I take that as a compliment. That's the one you saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the one that I just read, and then there's a couple other that are not really important. I think it was one of his mom. Yeah, but there's only like 4 posts, and then he has like I only follow it for the tea, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because Kanye's he's a fucking wild person.
He's a mess for sure.
Yeah, he is literally like he has to be okay. So I say this with all compassion that's applicable. He is out of his fucking mind, and he's delusional in thinking that he's gonna be president. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Like, bro, there's just so much shit. You know, like you think
For
Trump
sure, there's
was
no way that's never gonna happen.
and nobody's giving him the nuclear codes.
No.
And
why, so he can bomb the Jews? Like, what's Kanye going to do to make the world a better place? Like, he's, man, I don't think you're going to, I don't know. I mean, I would say you're not going to be elected to the head of a country when you're talking about Jewish conspiracies, but like, literally, that's what Hitler did. Like,
well, yeah, and he's saying that he doesn't think Hitler was all bad or something like that. And it's like, bro, if this is your fucking campaign, you are lacking, dude.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work here, buddy.
Getting on Alex Jones, dude, getting on Alex Jones is not gonna get you anywhere. It's like he's been deplatformed. I think the only place you can get it is behind a paywall on his own site.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you know, and I don't even hate Alex Jones. I think he's a fucking idiot, but I don't hate him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a crazy person, but Alex Jones did find that Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, and he did call out some crisis actors, and some of that shit's real. Now, not in Sandy Hook, but like people, like false flag shit. He used to always talk about false flag, like riots and stuff like that, protests, breaking out into riots and stuff, and like that shit's very true in a lot of cases.
Yeah,
like people will infiltrate a protest to make it turn bad and make it look like the protesters are violent pieces of shit, and then the cops have to come in, military has to come in, whatever, break it up, and that's purposeful. False flag shit.
Man,
that some of that shit's real, and that's what sucks, man. Because when people do speak the truth, but they have a bunch of bullshit that they spew as well, then the truth never actually gets through. Like, no one believes it. No one believes the conspiracy when it's wrapped around with a bunch of bullshit.
Because, you know, he's got 4 hours of him running his neck a day to fill his, fucking, his content.
Yeah.
You know, so instead of him just being an investigative person, he's, just whatever's fucking sexy, he's talking about it and ramping it up to fucking, interdimensional child molesters or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, he reaches too far, and if he didn't, maybe some actual shit that's really going on would get through. What's like you heard about this Balenciaga shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
dude? Yeah, I know, that's fucking hardcore, dude. And my stance on child molesters. Of
course, dude. It goes deep too. Like, that's the thing. You can go down a rabbit hole if you want. Balenciaga. My wife has. She's telling me all the shit. Like, the artist who they hired to blah, blah, blah. He paid all these photos and shit. Like, oh, my God.
I mean, I hate to be such a tabloid hoe, but even fucking Kim Kardashian pulled out of that shit. She's like, nope. She's like, nope.
Well, she had to, man.
Yeah, and then I mean, and Kanye's fucking leading the charge on that deal, and
Right.
for her to side with her fucking estranged baby's daddy, fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, something's up if it's that bad. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want no parts of that shit right there.
It's there's a lot there if you're willing to spend your fucking mental well-being to go check it out.
Yeah,
a
maybe
lot.
maybe I'm just poor, but I don't think I've ever bought a Balenciaga anything.
No, I saw this. Do you know who Blair White is?
I don't.
She's a trans. She might be the most attractive trans woman I've ever seen.
Ow.
She's very attractive, but she's like really popular on YouTube. She's like very much into exposing the dangers of like, and you don't see this a whole lot, at least from mainstream like trans activists, right? Exposing kind of the dangers of transitioning young in life, and like how a lot of these kids will transition as teenagers and then regret it and end up killing themselves and all this stuff, right? Like really regretting doing what they did. And like she's actually talking about that kind of stuff, where a lot of people won't. It's like you're either all the way for all of this stuff or you're against all of it, right? There's no in between. It's like you're either far right or far left, man. So, but what she has done, she's been a big voice for not letting kids transition and things like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I'm all for whoever wants to do whatever with their body, but I think there should be context to it and serious long conversations about it.
I think they should have a fully developed brain first.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, like I don't think this idea of parents letting their kids transition is
like if a kid wants to wear a dress, cool. Let them like but anything permanent or altering hormones, I think that should wait.
That's an adult decision, dude. There's a reason why they set ages for rights, basically, right? Like children really, they have rights to be like protected, but they don't have any kind of rights to like sign contracts or make major decisions or own things. And the reason that is because they are not fully developed yet. Like they can very easily make the wrong decision and regret it later, right? We've all been there.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking let 15-year-old Brett make any serious decisions.
Yeah.
They will be the wrong one, 100%.
Don't let 40-year-old Jesse make any long-term decisions. Ask Kimberly.
Yeah, might be the move. So, yeah, I don't know. So I really respect her kind of take on things, and I think a lot of the trans community does too. Like the rational people in that community are like, hey, she's actually kind of speaking for us. We don't go along with all this craziness. Like, unfortunately, the furthest like fringe version of everything is who gets the loudest, the squeakiest wheel gets the grease, right? So
yeah,
we end up hearing all these crazies talk and going, oh, that's what these people are all about. Well, no, it's not. You're just listening to the crazy ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, like if you take a far right or a far left, like the polar of each side, they both sound fucking ridiculous. But if you get a pretty moderate of either side, they're gonna have some really good points. They're gonna have balanced decisions.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. They're
I
not.
Only brought her up.
Oh yeah.
I only brought her up because she burned her Balenciaga sweater that she had, and I believe it was, man, I can't remember for sure. I thought it was $200, but it might have been $2,000. I got $2,000 Balenciaga sweater that she like burned on her thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw some rapper. Yeah, I saw some rapper was burning like at a fireplace full of Balenciaga stuff.
Woo.
Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck." He said if you wear that shit to his house, he's gonna take it and put it in there too.
Yeah.
He
I
was
had never heard of Balenciaga until this week. So
same.
I'll be honest. Like, I'm just not in that world, man. That's high end motherfuckers, I guess, wear high end shit. That ain't
But
me.
I did see some little YouTube thing about the ad campaign that they released or were gonna release, and
Yes.
I was like, Jesus Christ Almighty! There's so many like Easter eggs about pedophilia and just
I know.
blatant pedophilia. It's like, this is fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it
But
is. So fuck them.
yeah. So yeah, fuck Balenciaga and fuck pedophiles off top.
Yep.
Yeah, you can quote me. So anyway, yeah, man. Have you been watching that Willow show?
I have not.
It's good.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New episodes every Wednesday on Disney.
Okay. I might check it out. I'm not a big Willow guy, so.
I'm not either. Kimberly had it. I remember the movie Willow, but I don't remember watch the plots and everything. So Kimberly had to kind of excuse me. Sorry, I don't have a cough button, guys. Sorry about that. So Kimberly had to kind of bring me up to speed on the movie, and then this is years later, but it has that same little person that played the Willow. As he's in it, and he's one of the central characters. But it's like, I don't want to give too much away because it's only 2 episodes in. But it's good. It's worth the watch.
Have you seen? Did you watch Spirited? The Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell Christmas movie?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
All right. It's a musical. It's a musical. You like musicals?
Can't do them.
Okay, so you probably won't like it then.
Probably
won't
not.
like it. It's all right, man. It's a modern take on A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Where Ryan Reynolds is the guy that needs changed, and he's the asshole, and Will Ferrell is one of the he is the ghost of Christmas Present. So
okay.
It's fun, except that I know it's a musical, but for me, too much singing. Too much singing in this thing.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that kind of stuff. So
I feel like it'd be a great movie without the singing.
You know what take I like on A Christmas Carol is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Yes, absolutely.
But I almost watched that. I did watch. We talked about the new Christmas Story, right?
I don't know if we talked about it. We talked about it being a thing. Well,
it's fucking great.
Is it? I've heard mixed things about it.
Well, whoever's telling you it's not great is stupid.
Okay.
No. And what's dope is they're both, the old and the new, are both on Max right now.
Yes.
So you might rewatch the old one and then watch the new one because there's so many throwbacks to the original that it makes it just fucking great.
Yeah, is that what you did? Did you watch the old one and then the new one?
No, because they just recently uploaded the new one, and I watched the old or the new, or they recently uploaded the old one, and I watched the new one like Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, the Spirited movie is on Apple Plus, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't waste your 1 week free trial on that. Wait till something else comes out.
I'm actually grateful we don't have that because I would get horsed into watching it, and I don't want to.
Yeah, and that's just one more fucking thing for you to be subscribed to every month.
Yeah, and I get right now. I think I'm down to Peacock, Netflix, Max, and Disney.
That's it, huh?
I think.
Damn, I think I might even have more than you right now.
And Prime.
Yeah, I was gonna say Prime, right? So yeah. I got Prime, I got Disney Plus, I got Hulu, I got ESPN Plus. That's like a package deal. And then I've got Paramount Plus. I'm not subscribed to Peacock. I watch the free Peacock.
Maybe I watch the free Peacock too. I don't know, but I watch stuff on there.
But what else? We got Netflix. Yeah. Then my wife has a subscription to Discovery Plus, so we can watch all the fucking murder shows and
Yeah.
investigation discovery shit, stuff like that.
I love true crime.
Yeah. Well, that's all they fucking put on goddamn Discovery Plus. That and like
Ancient aliens kind of stuff.
well, dating. Okay, so like international dating shit, like where people like married at first sight and like
Oh God.
whatever. My wife is big into 90 Day Fiance. So
I heard that's good, but I just don't know if I can get myself to
yeah,
watch
I've been sucked in for the past year or so.
it.
It's a whatever. It's a thing. It's a guilty pleasure.
Well, you know, they talk about it on Jim and Sam a lot, so that's why I can't hate, because I feel like I know things about it that I shouldn't.
Look, my wife will not watch superhero shit with me. So it's like I got to make a concession and watch her shit with her. And
Fair.
I wish she would take a cue from me because I always end up kind of enjoying it anyway. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
maybe you would like She-Hulk if you would just fucking watch it with me.
yeah. Give it. Well, and Kimberly was like, "Fuck She-Hulk" too until we started watching it. She's like, "All right, it's good."
My wife saw like the very end of She-Hulk, and you remember how crazy that ended.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing she saw of She-Hulk. She was like, "This is stupid." I'm like, "You got no context. You can't just come in here on episode 9, the finale, and be like, this is dumb."
It actually made it really good. I think.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yeah, I do.
You know, I mean, they could have went in a lot of ways, but I wasn't mad at it.
There's talk. There's some articles I just seen recently. They're thinking about reworking these next two phases of MCU stuff to focus. Really? Yeah, to focus more on quality over quantity. Apparently, they were not thrilled with Phase 4 and all the stuff that they put out. Maybe they put out too much of kind of subpar stuff, they think, and I think they're gonna maybe scrap some of the stuff that they were planning for the future, maybe some of the series, and they're going to spread it out a little bit, maybe do 3 movies a year instead of 4. So we'll see, man. We'll see what they come up with, but apparently they might do some reworking, and it might not look like they had planned for Phase 5.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, whatever they got to do, more power to them. I've been cool with pretty much everything they've done.
Me too. No? They'll figure it out.
Yeah. I watched a lot of movies, but I watched The Northman last night.
Oh yeah, is that good?
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at
Dude,
all.
We've been wanting to. My wife is in love with that guy. Fucking has been since True Blood. Like.
Oh, is that Eric from True Blood?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
And he's always fucking shredded, right? In every fucking thing. No, he was in that.
He's on that. He's on that TRT. If that's Eric, because he's
way what was he in? What was he in a couple years ago? Jungle Book. He did a Jungle Book movie.
No shit. Sure
yeah. Or maybe it was Tarzan. No, it was Tarzan.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, he was great. It's a good movie. It's got a little bit of supernatural stuff. It's pretty true to the Nordic religion, to the Ashanti religion. Yeah, it was good. It's
we've been wanting to watch it for a long time. We just haven't sat down and watched it. What's that on?
I think it's on either Netflix or Max. I don't remember. I was really tired and it was late, but I stayed up to I don't know. Do you have Roku?
We'll watch it.
Yeah. If you just go in your little just go in your little search bar and put The Northman, it'll show you where you can watch it.
Nice. Yeah, I want to watch that. I like that Nordic shit. I loved the Viking series. I don't know if you watched that or not, but it's so fucking good, man.
I didn't watch it, but this movie's super fucking bloody.
Nice.
Yeah, super bloody, and there's a little bit of nudity, but yeah.
Titties.
Oh, Nicole Kidman's in it. No, not titties. Vagina.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
Shows a girl. I'll just give it away.
Oh,
Uh,
good to see vagina, huh?
yeah, not
Is there
like
any
full.
dicks? They like to put dicks in everything now. Is there dicks in it too?
Didn't see any dick.
Okay.
But nah, one of the lords wants to rape one of the slaves, and she pulls her petticoat or whatever up and fucking rubs her period on his face.
Huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, pretty brutal.
Fuck yeah. I want to watch it now. Like I already wanted to watch it, but now I really want to watch it. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. You'll enjoy it. It is a
Sweet.
saga
I'll
for
definitely
sure.
check it out.
Yeah. So
All right.
trying to think if there's anything else that's really dope that I watched. I've been watching hella movies, but I watched so many and none are really standing out. Uh, you know what movie what show my wife made me watch? I only watched the last season of, but Dead to Me. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if that's.
Christina Applegate, I believe it's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. I know. I've never watched it. I've heard good things about it though.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's a woman show for sure, but what was I gonna tell?
I've been rewatching Batman Beyond.
Nice.
Did you ever watch Batman Beyond?
I don't think so, but Kimberly's gone for the next
It's
couple of days, so it might happen.
it's definitely different, but what's really cool, it really does feel like a continuation of Batman the Animated Series because you have old man Bruce Wayne. I don't know if you know the story, but it's old man Bruce Wayne, and he takes on a new apprentice, a guy who becomes the new Batman.
Oh,
and it's obviously it's in the future, so there's like different tech, just the whole show, like everything's around like futuristic kind of tech. But
that's
Bruce
cool.
Wayne is this old man living in his mansion, and he's basically the guy now.
He's like the alpha now.
Well, he's more like the guy in your ear telling you, like, in the earpiece.
Right.
Or like, running the
desk.
controls. Yeah, absolutely. That's Bruce Wayne. But also played by Kevin Conroy still. So
oh, okay.
It feels the same. And then what's cool is, so I don't know if you know that this guy is a huge voice actor, but he is. Will Friedle, the guy who played Eric on Boy Meets World.
Oh, yeah.
So he is a huge voice actor. He's in Kim Possible. He's in all kinds of like Disney cartoons and shit. And his first ever gig was Terry, which was the new Batman on Batman Beyond. So it's Will Friedle and Kevin Conroy voice acting together. Pretty damn cool show, man.
I'll probably put it on after I put the kids to bed and watch it.
Yeah. No, it's cool because that first episode tells you how it comes to be, too. Like, you get to see him become the new Batman.
I want to watch that as Superman and Shazam, The Return of Black Adam.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on Max.
Yeah. Kimberly does not allow me to watch grown-up cartoons. So she did let me watch the What If series, but
you guys watch grown-up kid shows all the time, like Willow.
Yeah, but we also watch all the Disney movies.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, you know what? At first I did not care for Harry Potter, but I'm on the team.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's definitely
you should better watch some cartoons. Goddamn it.
Yeah, if she's like, I'm going to sleep, watch what you want. That's my go-to. But
I'll tell you what to watch. I don't know if you watch it or not, but you should really watch The Long Halloween on Max.
The Long Halloween.
Yeah, it's the Batman story.
That's funny because Batman is also Kimberly's least favorite superhero.
Oh, dude. But he has the best fucking animated films.
He does.
So, yeah, definitely check out The Long Halloween. It's like an acclaimed comic book story. It's really fucking good. and it's in 2 parts on Max.
Oh, who's the villain?
I can't tell you. It's a mystery. So the whole time, people are getting murdered by this serial killer.
Oh,
And he's trying to figure out who it is the whole time. How about Hush? You ever watch Hush?
I haven't watched Hush.
That's another one that's really fucking good where you're like trying to find out who the villain is the whole time. And they go through the whole rogues gallery. Everyone's in it. And he's like, oh, maybe it's the Riddler. Oh, maybe it's fucking Two-Face. Maybe it's, investigates.
All right.
Yeah. So definitely check those out, dude. Definitely check those out.
I think I watched part of Hush when I was really sick one day and I fell asleep.
Oh, Long Halloween is excellent. Parts 1 and 2. Really fucking good.
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yes. And Batman Beyond.
Maybe I'll do that in Kimberly's absence.
All right, man. Well, we got a nice long episode here, man. I can probably wrap it up.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta get these kids to bed, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, man, we'll reconvene next week. See how we're doing with this St. Jude's challenge. Hopefully, I'll be in I'm 17, so hopefully I'll be in the late 20s or early 30-mile mark by next week.
Here's my goal. This is what I want to happen with this challenge. I want by the end of the month for me and you to be over 100 already and battling it out to see who gets the most.
Okay. I'm into that.
That's how I want it to end up. I want it to fucking crush the 100 and then us to be like, no, I'm going to get 112. You're like, nah, 113.
Okay. I feel like because you are able to run, you'll be able to put in more miles, but I'm game. I feel like I have the ability to just.
I don't know. You're ahead right now. So.
Yeah, I got a good 12 miles on you. So as long as I just keep consistent, I think I'm gonna be doing okay. But you might just get crazy with it and fucking show me what's up.
I likely will in the final week. So fucking stay ahead.
I plan on it.
All right, man.
All right, brother. We'll talk next week. You want? Do you got go listen to the new Marvel Plus? Follow Brett at Real Brett Scott on every single fucking platform you know of. And then watch the Daily BS on YouTube. And yeah, and I'm just here. This is my jam right now.
Guys, go if you haven't already, go the Long Lost Brothers Facebook page because I'm telling you, I've got this subscription to a live feed service. We're going to do some live episodes at some point in the near future. Yes. So in preparation for that, I've already got it set up. We can go live right now on our YouTube page. So I want people to be conditioned to be over there because that's where our live feed will likely be. Right there on Facebook. So go follow Long Lost Brothers on Facebook.
Do that. All right. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Later.